We are continuing with our session of the heart, and this session we are going to teach to understand the types of hearts. You see the different abilities in humans, in people, different people, whether children, whether athletes, whether what. It is mostly built by the heart, a determined heart, somebody, a kind of heart somebody has upon something, the determination, the ability. And for me, ever since I learned about the heart, even if I find a child, I don't take people for granted. You may look at, I see that child on outlook, you think, oh, he's only a child. But inside, you don't know what kind of heart that child is, which can be so dangerous to you, which can, a child can stab you, can do something. We normally see maybe children killing their parents just because they underestimate what is inside those children. So people have different hearts. In this teaching, we need to know what kind of heart do you have, where is it lacking, where can it take you, and how do you build a better type of heart than what you have, knowing that what the things we go through, the words we hear, the things we see don't leave us the same. They either leave our hearts weaker, stronger, broken, or soulful, or some experiences we encounter don't leave us the same for sure. They leave us with a different inside. On the outlook, we may want to associate with other things, like things are very normal, things are very well. But when you're alone and your heart starts speaking, for sure you are so weak. You cannot even contain some of the challenges. But when you are in people, you don't mind. You'll paint a picture of like things are so well, but there, your heart is already so sick, so broken. So we want to look at those things, and then how do we deal with them, that we build that real heart that God created. As we saw that in David, God was a man God sought with his own heart. Even you, according to what you're supposed to do here on earth, God chose you, and so that you really had a heart that aligned with his thoughts, to be that good lawyer, to be that good pastor. But maybe something went wrong and you came out, or you just left that. Your heart became weaker than the expected heart God wants in you. So we want to see how we are going to build that heart that is going to have those strong abilities to do a lot of things. Jesus said in the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 8, you can read there in your Bible. He says that blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. What am I talking about? We have already noted about the heart after God's mind, after God's heart. And right now he's saying the purity of the heart that will be able to see God. That means if we don't see God work in our lives, we don't see God move on our behalf in the things we endeavor, we try to do, sometimes our hearts are not at par with him. We want to look at these impurities. What are these impurities? Because many of us have not seen God. We haven't seen him. Sometimes in what we are doing, the things we are going through, we are struggling there and there. We are saying you're not seeing God move. You don't see God move in your house, in your life, in your family, where there is something wrong somewhere. But now, how can we build a pure heart? Because it is a pure heart that pulls out the heart of God, that pulls out God to come and see us. Remember, he said he is seeking those people with a pure heart. So now even he wants to connect with someone with a pure heart, with a heart well aligned with him. So how can we deal with the impurities? And what are these impurities anyway? So this is where we're going to discuss about the different types of hearts we can be holding in our lives, what it brings about the imperfections. Of course, as we talk about the imperfect hearts, there are also some good hearts that you can build. But for now, I'm going to start with with the hearts which are imperfect, which are impure, and how can we deal with those such hearts? When we look in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 26, I want to start with the stony hearts, with a stony heart, and what possibly what maybe can what is a stony heart. This is a very hard, tough heart, very rebellious, very, there are some people you normally say, that man has a very tough heart. Why? Because even on the flexible things, on the obvious things, he wants to complicate everything, because that is the way his heart is meant to be. So some people have those bad hearts, tough. He's so tough, he's so stony. There are some countries which have people who are stony hearted. They have stony hearts. So one time, God spoke to me to go to some country and speak to the president. But in the morning, when he was speaking to me, he told me, go to this nation, for the people of that nation are stony-hearted. I said, oh my God. God himself knows that these people are stony-hearted. You can be there when God knows you that you are a stony-hearted person. Even if they preach to you the truth, even if you know what, you're too rigid for you to change it to what they are telling you, for you to turn to what God is saying. You are too stony-hearted. You are too self-conceited. You want to be on yourself. There are some people even if something is going wrong in their country or in their family, they keep it, they don't want to release it, they're too tough, they don't want to show there is a problem in their family, there is a problem somewhere. They will pretend everything is well, everything is good. They will never say the truth about the conditions, no, because of what they really want to build themselves to be. So the Bible talks about this in this book of Ezekiel, where he promises a new heart. He says, I'm reading Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 26. He says, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I'll take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I'll give you a heart of flesh. Imagine, by the time God promises to give you a heart of flesh, him taking away a stony heart, that means you are terrible. You are terrible. God made that to Pharaoh. He made his heart stony in those days of Moses, because he wanted to show him his power. He could come to him, tell him, bring those plagues, and every plague would make Pharaoh stony, stronger, not to believe, not to allow Israel until the very last point. I don't know your heart, it might be maybe God himself making it stony like that, such that he teaches you something, such that he shows you how great he is, such that he shows you how greatly he fights, and he puts you, he makes you be like that. We are seeing himself here making that. He himself will take away the stony heart. If you are in such a condition of a stony heart, it could be a clan, it could be a family, people with the hearts, and just those people have hearts. Don't just mess up with them. They are that type of heart. They are murderers. They are killers. So such hearts which are too troublesome, too hard. If you are such a person with such a heart, there is an opportunity for you, God to give you a new heart. God to give you a heart of flesh. Speak to God. You might be a descendant of such people with those terrible hearts. When you look in your bloodline, in your family background,